Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Kent. Whether you are a babe in arms or an elder who needs a steadying arm, whether this is your first time here or you've been coming for decades, whether you come with joy in your heart or a tear in your eye, you are welcome here. This is a time and place where you can bring your whole self. We are so glad you're here this morning. Before we begin our time together, I have one short announcement. There will be a reception following the service downstairs in Bessenden Hall to celebrate our graduating seniors, and I've been told there will be cake. All are welcome to join us in the celebration. My name is Josephine Brannon, and the service today is led by a whole lot of people. Because it's RE Sunday, and the kids are leading the service with some grown-ups sprinkled in for support. So shout out to the tech team, special musicians, new speakers, RE teachers, and greeters. And you who have come this morning to be a part of this beloved community, once again, I bid you good morning.
As Unitarian Universalists, we light a flame as in the chalice as a symbol of sanctuary and safety to unite us in our worship, as a sign of life's beauty and wonder, and to remind us of our ongoing search for the light of truth within us and among us. As I invite Justin and Morgan to light our shared chalice and lead you in the lighting or the chalice lighting words, if you are at home and on Zoom, we invite you to light your home chalice. Justin and Morgan, will you lead us in the words of our children's chalice lighting after you've lit the chalice? We light this chalice because we are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open mind. This is the church of the helping hands. This is the church of the loving heart. This is the church that takes care of the earth and each other. Thank you.
Love is the spirit of this church, and service is law. To dwell together in peace, to seek the truth in love, and to help one another.
What does it mean to belong? No, really, what does it mean to belong? John?
To find acceptance in one another.
To find acceptance in one another. Meredith? To feel safe in a place or a community. Josephine? Comfortable. Comfortable, safe, loved, taken care of, welcomed. You know, our RE program strives to be just that kind of a place where everyone belongs. So this morning is RE Sunday. During the first service, our smallest UUs led the service, and here we are in this service, and we will hear from our youth, our middle and high school kiddos. You see, the journey of childhood is a wonderful adventure. It's messy, it's silly, it's filled with imagination and dreaming, dirt and laughter, deep, deep feelings, tears, lots of hopes and dreams. And you know what? It is all important. All of it. Today you will see just snippets of the journey our children have been on this year. And I, along with their teachers, have had the privilege to watch them each Sunday explore their place in this world and grow in relationship to each other. Their ideas and actions and voices tell me that we are safe in their hands. What a gift they are to this world. They will tell you that all children deserve to be happy, healthy, safe, and to belong. And so it is our mission as Unitarian Universalists to be part of creating that world where in these walls, but then also in the greater world, with our open minds and our helping hands and our loving hearts, our children want to make this world a better place. Indeed, they are already making this world a better place. During these challenging times, RE is a place for our children to connect, to grow, to heal, and to love. Each week they show up together in an intentional circle of care. And I, along with their teachers and guides, bear witness. And we ourselves are transformed for the experience. We are truly blessed to be invited in. Their invitation reminds us about our responsibility to continue creating safe gathering spaces, sing songs with them, dance, laugh, feel joy together, and join them on the journey. And this morning, you are invited in. So come, let us worship together. Sela, will you ring our chime? Let's rise and sing our opening song, hymn number 118, This Little Light of Mine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Building up a world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
I am here this morning to introduce what we've been doing in our middle school class. I am Amanda Rome. I'm just one of the teachers in our class. If the other teachers are here, when I call your name, please either wave or stand up, whatever you feel called to do. So we have Rochelle Garner, it's right up there. Thank you, Rochelle. And we have Angie Finn. I don't think she's here. She's not here. And Katie Curris also. She's not here. And we also had Atticus Kay, who has moved away, I believe. Yes. Yes, across the country. So this year has been a really exciting year in religious education. If you are in the middle school class, please stand up now, just where you are. Take a little wave. So we have been on a journey together. We began a brand new curriculum put out by the Unitarian Universalist Association this year called Crossing Paths. So this curriculum is our learning about other religions curriculum, world religions, and other viewpoints also. So it is rooted in religious pluralism. Instead of claiming that one religion is better than others or that all religions are really different ways to the same end, religious pluralism treats religions as separate systems of belief that address distinct human challenges. So we, as a class, started learning about many different religions and worldviews this year. So I thought it was really cool the way this curriculum talks about the problem that each religion sees in the world and how each religion wants to solve that problem or, come up with a solution. So it was a really cool way to think about it that I had never actually thought of before myself. We started with paganism, and then we went into Christianity and Judaism, Islam, and then humanism. We will end this year with Buddhism. There is so much more, though. It was just like this quick snippet of every single one. There's so much more that we want to cover that we decided to continue our exploration next year. Teaching about different religions with UU kids, some who have grown up in this church since birth, and some who have joined later, some even just joined this year just to get this experience, has been really amazing. I never really know what questions they're going to ask, and I'm always impressed with their deep thinking. As middle schoolers are wont to do, they often just come right out and ask some of the hardest questions that stump even long-term clergy members. For example, so is God real or what? That was a direct quote. And does that mean if you do this, you're going to hell? Another one. So 2 awesome features of this year's class have been our visits to other religious spaces. We visited St. Patrick's Catholic Church here in Kent, and we visited Temple Israel in Akron. For many of our kids, these were totally new and different experiences, and for us adults too. The experience led to lots more questions, which the adults were happy to answer to the best of our abilities. Now, let's hear from a couple of our awesome youth. Percy?
I've not been coming to this church for very long, however, I've been amazed about what I've experienced here. The first time I came, we talked about topics that I never thought any church would cover. We spoke about the acceptance of other races, religions, genders, and sexualities. And that's what was so great about Unitarian Universalists for me. No matter who you are accepted within our community that's built around love and understanding. I know that this church is much more than just religion and worship, but it's community and compassion. We don't judge other people, but we embrace them. At the first of every month, we provide food and supplies for people in need. The kindness and love in that gesture to the community is not the only thing that we do, but just being together in this church brings the community together.
Hi, I'm Meredith, and as you may know, our church's youth group has been learning of different religions, and we have been visiting some places of worship that followed those religions. So far, we have visited a Catholic church and a Jewish temple, and learned about their practices and beliefs. There were both some similarities and differences in our different services. One thing that was similar was that all of the churches we visited, music was a big part of the culture and beliefs. And I think that's really awesome. Another thing that was similar between our church and the Church of Judaism we visited was that children were involved in both. During the service, 2 young girls were invited to the stage and read a section of a book in Hebrew that they had been studying. There was also some differences in the way our services operate, like how at our service you may get a small pamphlet telling you what the theme of the worship service is, or what hymns we may sing. Both services we visited did not do that. But that could just be our church. That brings me to another difference. In our service, we usually have a theme for each service, or a certain message we are trying to focus on. At the services we visited, neither did. Finally, other churches were held in a large space with many pictures or religious symbols on the wall and ceiling, while at our church we have slightly simpler decorations. Though there are many differences between the way our church operates and the way churches of other faiths may operate, it's always fun to learn about them and see the similarities and differences in our practices and beliefs.
Each week, we set aside time to reflect upon the personal. We may have sorrows, struggles, and losses that are breaking our hearts. We may have joys and celebrations that make our hearts sing. We invite you to come forward as you are able to choose an item to release into the bowl of water. Whether it be a stone, a jewel, a shell, or a leaf, or a blossom, yellow cards are also welcome. If you wish to remain seated, simply raise your hand and a greeter will bring an element for you to choose. What are you longing for? What are you grieving for? What are you thankful for? We're here to listen. What are you longing for? What are you grieving?
This morning we hold the world in our hands as Lee Broker reminds us of the famine and genocide perpetuated with our money and weapons. Patty Miller asks us to hold a friend's brother who is diagnosed with cancer and has been immediately placed into hospice care. Patty, we hold you and your friend and his brother in our hearts today. Shayna Steinhaus shares that Shayna's 90-year-old mother is in the hospital. Shayna, we pray for a swift healing and peace for your mother. Joys this morning to be shared are that Simon has mastered his two-wheeled bike and is now cruising the neighborhood. Wendy Mann asks for prayer on Zoom as they grieve her Uncle Bob. May you find peace and may his memory bring a smile to your face, Wendy. Come on up, Danny. Bryce shares that their Uncle Richard passed away recently. Bryce, we love you, and we're sorry that you are hurting this morning, and we hold your family in our hearts. Joyce shared Evie has signed up for college classes last night. And Marion would like to thank everyone who has been tending to the beautiful landscaping to create a beautiful outdoor space for us to enjoy. Truly, thank you. If you have a name that you'd like to speak into this space that you are holding in your heart, you may do so now. We hold in our hearts the names that have been spoken aloud and those that are held in the silent sanctuary of our hearts. We give grateful thanks and hold love for the world. Amen, and blessed be.
We're here with you. We honor you, and we love you. We're here with you. We honor you, and we love you. I wonder if there's a special child in your life, or maybe when you were a child, there was a special grown-up that helped you. I wonder if there was a time that a young person made you smile. I would like for you to focus on a joyful memory as we sit in silence together for a few precious moments.
As we return again to this space, I invite Benny forward to accompany our hymn of community. Let's sing together, number 123, Spirit of Life. Spirit of life.
year, my RE experience has been wonderful and a great start to my high school classes. It is always something I look forward to on Sundays and is one of my favorite times at church. I have formed a deep bond with everyone in the youth group, and they are all such amazing and wonderful people. This last year, UUYJ has spent countless hours giving to those who need and make the world a better place. We worked at community meals, creating a space for laughter and love, provided food to those who needed it or just stopped by for company, and continued offering free store to give to those in need. Throughout my time in the community meals, I have learned many things, the main two being love unconditionally and never judge someone for how they look, talk, or anything like that. I was able to explore deeper the importance of unconditional love to all. Despite people's problems and struggles in life, everyone deserves love, respect, and compassion. No matter how educated you are, it is always important to learn more, since there is so much to learn about the world and humanity. Recently, we have begun talking more about the Lakota Nation, an Indian tribe located in South Dakota. We have learned about their culture, struggles, and the way the U.S. tried to eradicate them, and all the treaties we have betrayed. UUYJ has taught me so much and has been a huge impact on my life, and I am so grateful to have amazing youth group leaders. Alona and Ellen go above and beyond to educate us in the best way possible, while incorporating time for bonding activities. Thank you guys, who are not here. And I'm so excited for being the best youth group leaders ever, and I'm so happy you decided to join our church.
Today, we also celebrate our religious education teachers who have been called to minister to our children. Without them, none of this works. Religious education is a lifelong process which integrates the wisdom of the world's religions and philosophies with our present experience of reality and hope for the future. At this time, would all of our RE volunteers please stand? It is impossible to express our appreciation for the work that you do with our beloved children and youth. We see the time, the gifts, and the diversity that you're bringing each week. We see you bring both your heart and your mind, your love and your reason. And we see you bring your authentic self in all you do. And we thank you.
Up to the chancel to invite the offering.
In a spirit of gratitude for all of the gifts and blessings that life has given us, we in turn share our gifts with the community. Our members and friends pledge annually to support the work of the congregation and may drop off a check in the basket or pay online. We also give agencies and organizations in Kent beyond that to serve those in need. Our special offering for the month of May is Every Town for Gun Safety.
Rainbows
This morning, we recognize and honor Maya Klein, John Ranucci, and Evian Rome, our UUCK class of 2024. In our faith tradition, bridging is what we call the transitional time between the late teen years, when youth may move in and out at their own pace, but not necessarily in a straight line, out of the youth community and more fully into our community of all ages. Bridging youth are welcome to move in and out of the youth group until they are 21, as they find their way as young adults. I know the youth group, especially this one, will welcome Bridging Youth with open arms as they opt for that environment. And then it is our job, as the grown-ups, the rest of us, to help them integrate when they choose to explore what else the congregation has to offer. When we dedicate them as children to our community, we dedicate ourselves to them. And we give them each a long-stemmed rose with the thorns removed. The buds are symbols of beauty of each person and the unfolding of life. We offer thornless roses as a symbol of our desire to protect our children from all that can be hurtful. So now, for this rite of passage, again we offer a rose, a larger and more vividly bloomed flower this time, whose stem is not so carefully stripped of the thorns. Though adult life is occasionally sharply painful, as well as rich and in color and in texture, we still urge you to engage life fully.
Our wish and hope for you is that you may become even more fully yourself. And as you navigate young adulthood, that will happen for you. May the challenges you face be an opportunity to grow. May your gifts serve the world. And through all of this, may you be blessed by knowing yourself to be whole and worthy. Maya, Evian, John, you are so very loved. Would you like to share your thoughts?
My time at the UUCK has been something I've enjoyed. My first introduction to the community was when I joined Kent Hogwarts back when I was around 10. At the time, we'd been able to use the Masonic Temple. Unfortunately, we can't do that anymore as we've relocated to Hobbs Hall. I miss the magic that the Masonic Temple gave Kent Hogwarts. However, due to the building being a historic site, I understand why we aren't able to do it there, as we could be rather rambunctious at times. I would eventually join the UUCK as a way to increase the chance of getting into the camp each session. One day, my mom would propose going to a meeting since we were members of the church anyways. My mom began to enjoy it, and we started going more often and more often. As we went more often, my mom eventually discovered the Youth Justice Group. After I joined the group, I found myself in a group that I enjoyed being with when I went on my first service trip. While the first service trip was enjoyable and we did more fun things than on the second trip, I ultimately enjoyed myself the second trip more as I found myself feeling more accepted for who I was than I'd felt before. I don't know what exactly it was about the second trip that made me feel more at ease with myself, I don't know what exactly it was about the second trip that made me feel more at ease with both the group and myself, whether it was saying positive things about each other at the end, helping the homeless, or the smoke from the wildfires up in Canada messing with my brain. Although, now that I think about it, maybe it was because I didn't have the fear of being kidnapped or killed by some fictitious creature living in the West Virginian woods, or having reception to use my data. I'm going to be going to the college at the local campus, and I plan on still coming. I'm looking forward to going on any future service trips with Miss Ellen and Iona, as well as participating in Kent Hogwarts. A little additional thought, though, is that, to me, being a Unitarian Universalist means finding the bit of truth in everyone's beliefs and helping others understand that little bit of truth in others' thoughts.
Maya Klein was unable to be here today. She's working at an assisted living center, the same one where her grandfather was cared for, and she's gathering experience in caring for elders, an experience that potentially will help with her future career. She sent along these words to share with you. This community has always been a place where I felt supported and comfortable. I have gotten so much joy from the events and activities for youth through the years and experiences I've gained from service trips and volunteer work with the youth group. It inspires me to help others and look at the world from a more diverse perspective. Thank you to everyone who has contributed to my experience as a youth in this community. Maya will be attending The Ohio State University next year on scholarship, studying health sciences. And I feel like it's pretty cool to note that her winning scholarship essay was on the topic of embracing diversity, equity, and inclusion. Her essay was about how service trips with the UUYJ shaped her worldview and changed her. Congratulations, Maya.
Okay. 13 years ago, when I was 6, I came to the church. I was very shy, but Miss Colleen, Miss Michelle, and Mary Leeson helped me get comfortable. They showed me around and made me feel at home. Ever since, I always looked forward to being there each Sunday. When my dad became the market manager, that's when I met Marianne, Lonnie, Carol, Barb, and John. They treated me like I was their grandchild and always was there for me. Reverend Stephen was always so kind to me. He was the first minister that made me feel like I belonged to the church. I felt like I could talk to him and he would always listen. He would try his best to help the youth in any way he could. RE was always the best part of church, especially when we learned about different countries and their religions and ate the snacks based on their countries. I would also like to thank Renee, Sandy, and David, and Max for making RE very fun for me. Walden was very fun. I met my lifelong best friend, Jamie, and we have never left each other since. My sister and I used to stay in their tent because they had warmers and heaters. That's when we bonded. We both have gotten closer and closer. During 8th grade, before COVID started, I met Ellen and Ilona. They were the people who made youth group happen. Over the past 4 years, we've done so many fun things like painting rocks, trash pickups, hikes, sledding, and community meals in the service trips. Ellen and Ilona mean so much to me, and I'm so happy that I have them in my life. I also want to thank everyone who I've known for these 13 years for making my younger days the most amazing times ever and always being there for me. And now here I am graduating. I am going to Hocking College in Hocking Hills. I'm studying wildlife resource management, hoping to become a wildlife technician or a park ranger. My mom and dad have always been there for me every single day, and I'm very thankful for that. Even when we get into fights and you still say you love me, even if I roll my eyes and walk away. Inside, I feel so grateful that you have helped me in trying to make me a better, successful person. And I'm going to miss you all when I leave, but I will definitely come back every once in a while to see you guys. Once again, thank you, everyone.
begin our bridging ritual. So this is going to take a little coordination. We like fun activities, right? So what we're going to do for our youth, I'd like to invite our bridgers, John and Evie, back up to the chancel here. We're going to create a bridge for you. And what we're going to do is line the aisle. Our middle school, you know what to do, right? So our youngest kiddos are going to be in the front, all the way down with our young adults. Could you please stand? Who are our young adults in the room? Could you go to the end of the bridge and receive John and Evie when it's time? You're there to receive. It might not be. We might need to move to the middle. You gotta stay there for me. Hello? Is this working? I want the Zoom people to be able to hear. Is this on? Hey, there we go.
You probably shouldn't have flicked the opposite.
Today, we honor you, you who are stepping beyond and away and toward. Today, we share in your journey and encourage your discovery. Today, we applaud you for all that you have been, for all that you are now, and for all that you will be.
Evian, Maya, and John, we bless you today. May your mind be on fire with wonder and wisdom. May your heart be aflame with love for this life. May your hands be ignited with purpose, and may your spirit be aglow with courage and compassion. Maya, Evian, and John, you are a light unto this world, and may you carry our steadfast love with you wherever you may go. Congregation, will you please repeat after me? We bless you. We bless you. We love you. We love you. May your life unfold with joy. May your life unfold with joy. Amen and blessed be. Evian and John, will you extinguish our flame of the chalice this morning, knowing that while one chapter of your story is ending, your story continues to be written. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. May we carry these in our hearts until we are together again. Let's sing them through the bridge with our sending song, friends. Featuring a much younger Evian.
You've got a light inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light, the light inside you. Go on your way in peace. The world is waiting in the hope of another day. She will carry you safely through the stumbles and the falls on your way. Just remember that I'm loving you and you're loving me. So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace? You got a light inside you. Go on your way in peace. So shine that light, the light inside you. Go on your way in peace. The world is waiting in the hope of another day. She will carry you safely through the stumbles and falls on your way. Just remember that I'm loving you and you're loving me. So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace? So as you go, won't you go on your way now in peace?
May you know that you carry within you a spark of the universe creating itself. That spark connects you to all that is, to all that was, and all that ever will be. that spark is always there with you. Remember that spark, always there, sustaining and revitalizing you like the love you find in this place. We are always a home for you. Your community is here for you. May it be so. Amen. Blessed be. And go in peace, my friends. And let's have some cake.